lady boss started off as a pediatrician. She's now the first female CEO of the Chicago Community Trust. Please welcome Dr. Helen Gayle. Hi, doctor. So you started off as a pediatrician. How long were you in the medical field before transitioning?
Well, I'm still in the medical field. I'm still a doctor.
Right.
You know, and I think of my work as still being in health, because what we're trying to do is to make a difference in communities, and that's health. But, you know, my career, I started out in pediatrics and then went into public health at the Centers for Disease Control, and kind of continued to evolve and to looking more at community development, not only here, but also globally around the world.
Tell us exactly what is the Chicago Community Trust and what you all do.
So the Chicago Community Trust is Chicago's community foundation. And community foundations were started about 100 or so years ago, and this is one of the earliest ones, one of the first community foundations. And it's a way for people to kind of pool their resources, if you will,
okay,
and make a difference in their community. So we have donors who say, we want to make a difference in our community, and then we work making grants and providing support to organizations that are trying to make a difference here in Chicago and the region.
Yeah, you've always been passionate about social issues, it seems like. I know you've done some work with Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, which I absolutely love. Yeah. What is it that draws your passion? What is it about?
Well, you know, I guess I was fortunate to be born into a family who really thought that giving back was part of who we were. I grew up at a time in the 60s where there was a lot of social change going on, and I kind of got that social change bug early on and really felt like it was what I wanted to do, to make a difference and give back and make a contribution to making society better, and hopefully leaving it better than when I entered in on the scene.
Yeah, we all know Chicago is a wonderful city, but yet it still faces so many different issues. What do you think are the biggest issues Chicago's facing, and what is the community organization doing about it?
Yeah, well, you know, I've been here about a year and a half. I came to take this job, and so I'm very new to Chicago.
Okay.
Fabulous city. You know, I've always thought that it was the best city in America and one of the best kept secrets. And it really is. I mean, it's a fabulous city. People care so much about this city. There's this kind of sense of civic pride that is tangible. But as you said, there's also some real challenges. I mean, this is a city that is truly a tale of two cities.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, and so what we're trying to do is an organization that is really focused on how do you do the most that can make the biggest difference and tackle the toughest problems. We're really working on this issue of this sustained wealth gap. We know that
economic inequality.
Economic inequality, the gap between, you know, there's a tenfold difference in the wealth of white families compared to African American families. Eightfold different when you compare white to Latinx families. And so, you know, we know that this gap in wealth is driving a lot of the other issues that this city struggles with, whether it's violence, the disparity in health, life expectancy, education. All of these things are linked to the fact that we have this yawning gap in economic opportunity. And so we want to do what we can to give everybody the opportunity to have economic prosperity, to live dignity, and have employment that gives them a sense of the ability to take care of their family. So that's what we're really going to focus on.
Well, we know through your career you have worked with some pretty heavyweight people, some incredible people. We found one of your many fans who had this to say about your work with him at CARE.
Elaine is a mentor to the One organization. I cannot imagine our organization being where it is without her guidance. Elaine, you are my queen, and thank you.
Wow.
Nice. We don't see shout-outs like that every day here on this show.
Well, you know, I've had the fortune and privilege to work with some pretty incredible people. Bono is one of those. He's just, as they say, he's a real rock star in so many ways.
Yeah, he's a guy that truly cares about the world, much like you do. What are maybe some of the roadblocks that you had in your career to get to where you are today, and how do you inspire others to try to
be a lady boss?
Yeah.
Well, you know, I think the roadblocks are like everybody faces. You know, it's not easy, oftentimes being the only woman, the only African American, oftentimes the youngest person in the room. You know, and so I think all of us who want to do something and make a difference have to make sure you're prepared. Make sure that you do your homework and make sure that you're ready to go there, and that you carry your passion with you. For me, it's always been about carrying my passion with me, and I think that drives me and motivates me, and allows me to go in and do battle when you need to do battle.
Yeah, what video are we looking here? We've shown a lot of videos of you traveling the globe, but what were we just looking at, you dancing there?
Oh, going to some of the countries that I've worked in where we always get these incredible welcomes with women coming out and singing and showing how excited they are to have somebody coming and visiting and paying attention to the work that they're doing. Yeah. So I've had the opportunity to work in 90-some countries around the world, and pretty impressive and pretty inspiring. It gives me inspiration to go to places where people are living on, the equivalent of $2 a day, and they still find a way to give back and to find meaning, find joy, and to continue to make a difference in the lives of people around them.
Right. Dr. Helen Gayle, thank you so much for being here, and good luck with you.